My conversation with you, I wanted to be a little bit different.
All right.
Because I didn't want it just to be about the information about the coronavirus, because people are hearing information all day long.
Yep.
I want them to hear about the work. Talk a little bit about what you've been doing to help people in your ward.
I want to thank you for all the work you do that goes beyond the four walls of the church. That's one of the reasons why I joined your ministry, because I've seen you for a long time doing God's work and the work of Jesus in the streets. I guess for me, we've been getting an enormous amount of responses through social media about people who need the basic things, the things we take for granted every day, from toilet paper to deodorant to toothpaste. And water. And so we've been trying to solicit a lot of donations from the community, and people have stepped up, like Martha's Table, Dreaming Out Loud, Manpower DC, the Ja'Kai Brown Foundation. It's a lot of people that's been chipping in to help us serve people every day. And so we went from just trying to figure out what we can do to serving over 1,000 people every day.
My God, praise the Lord.
Yeah.
Now, so you've been serving them. How has that been structurally? Are you just going to right where they are? How have you been able to manage that structure?
So outside the DC public schools locations that feed people every day in the community in DC, we've added sites. We go to at least 2 sites a day where we go and drop off fresh produce. So there's a bagging of groceries that takes place every morning at Martha's Table at around 9:30 a.m.
Okay.
And then around 1 o'clock, we go to a location, and around 2:30, we go to another location and we drop off food. Then around 4 o'clock, we pick up dinners. We feed our seniors. We are feeding roughly 620 seniors every night, senior citizens every night.
Are there volunteers that you need for this kind of work?
Absolutely. The more, the better. We always encourage everyone to take proper safety precautions because we don't want to expose our seniors to any virus, because, as you know, they're more susceptible to being terminally ill behind the disease. And so we welcoming volunteers. We're taking them through a brief training. We're very cautious of how we interact, but we're going to door every day, dropping off food, hot food, and we have advancing or enlarging our services next week, which will be expanding to 3 more communities next week, which I think is going to be Congress Park, 16th and W, and the Bellevue community.
And so is most of this happening out of the resources of volunteers as far as the money and finances, or is some of this also happening out of DC budget?
Oh, none of this is with DC budget. DC does the hot meals every day, and which is in the budget, but all of this, the 1,000 meals, happens to volunteers and philanthropy work.
Now, I want to tell you here, on behalf of Community of Hope, that as you leave here, the Community of Hope is going to give you $1,000 for the work.
Okay.
So that we can help with some of the feedings, etc. And just be really seeing how we can plug in and work with you. But we want you, on behalf of your Community of Hope Church family,
thank you.
That we're going to be making sure that we get $1,000 to you to help with some of that work.
We can make that payment to Martha's Table.
Martha's Table.
Absolutely.
All right. Yes. We'll make that to Martha's Table. And we'll make sure that gets happening. Right. Brother, we appreciate you. Thank you so much for scrambling. You have always been a brother that if I give you a call and said, hey, council member, we need you to come talk to the folks, that you're here talking to the folks, and we appreciate it, and we're grateful.
I didn't get a chance to put on my nice suit today, man.
Man, I'm glad you came in just as you were, man.
I'm DC, man.
But you came like you were coming to church anyway.
I know.
Community of Hope gear on.
As you are.
As you are.
That's
man,
right.
We appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Councilmember Trayon White. We are just so grateful to God for the work he is doing, and I need you all to just put the word out, to get resources. Send some money out to Martha's Table right now to be a blessing to them, because we want to impact those who are dispossessed, those who are hurting the most. And the fact of the matter is that you know that that's a lot of times folks in our community. Councilmember, salute. God bless you.
Thank you.
And we're going to keep it moving right here as we move forward in Sunday Morning Hope.